Welcome to Matters Financial and Geopolitical from a Frontier. I hope the week's going well. This tweet was issued by the US State Department today. Deputy Secretary John Sullivan met with Kenya's Cabinet Secretary for Foreign Affairs and International Trade, Ambassador Monica Juma, and jointly signed the Strategic Dialogue Framework Agreement. That's interesting. Amana Capital Chief Investment Officer Reginald Kadzutsu said the shilling is overvalued by 30%. He explained that the consumer price index, which was at 97 in 2009, has risen to 192, meaning that Kenyans are spending 192 to buy what could be bought at 110 years ago, translating to a 50% devaluation of purchasing power. The shilling's exchange rate, which was at 72 against the dollar in 2009, is now at 100. This represents a 20% devaluation, meaning the shilling is overvalued by 30%. Katsutsu said, dubbed Kenya's economic puzzle, the report supports the IMF's views on the shilling, which were disputed by the Central Bank of Kenya and by me in November 2018. When I said, you'll note, if you look across sub-Saharan Africa, so many dual currency regimes, all of which are interfering with the free markets. Here in Kenya, you can exchange your money at a 50 cents bid-offer spread. Sure, the central bank, and I rank their operations as an outlier when you compare it to any other central bank on the continent, probably smooths lumpiness, but that is prudent and sensible. If you are aware of a lumpy trade, it certainly makes sense to spread it out, because after all, participants have access to enormous amounts of leverage in the FX markets, and Kenya does not hold infinite FX reserves. I have always enjoyed parsing the linguistics, and in this respect, the characterization of other managed arrangement is wrong on the facts as I see them. The finding that the shilling is 17.5% overvalued is also alarmist and not borne out by the facts. Such a devaluation would cry havoc with our debt to GDP ratios. The IMF raised its assessment of the chance of Kenya's external debt distress to moderate from low due to increasing financing risks, refinancing risks, and narrower safety margins. And ramping up infrastructure. There's an argument that we should have tapped a euro-denominated Eurobond, frankly, and not just dollar-denominated debt. They've got the highest hard currency reserves in history. Remittances have surged. We looked at that yesterday. And barring a big spike in the oil price and a worsening drought, though we've had some rain lately, I think the shilling's okay. Kenyan Parliament's Transport Committee has opposed a proposed takeover of the running of Nairobi's Jomo Kenyatta International Airport by Kenya Airways. The Nairobi All Shares up 12.36% this year. My article over the weekend was about M-Pesa, the jewel in Safaricom's crown, and the NSE 20 is down 1.51%. I appreciate the fact that you've listened to this entire podcast, for which I'm terribly grateful. And if you want to catch up in the evening, we broadcast 8 to 9 on Metropole TV. The program's called The Smart Investor. I'm the host. We tend to try and look at what's happened all over the world and here in the last 24 hours. And we always have a guest. Thank you for watching.